Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome in. I can't explain why, but right before starting stream, I just really wanted to listen to Evanescence. It might be a bit much to listen to while I'm speaking, so I can switch it out right now. I hope you guys all have been having a good day, or if you've just woken up, a good morning, and a good sleep last night. I'm not sure if my audio sounds any different. It might. I switched some filters up on my OBS. My compressor used to be quite far down the chain of filters. I was looking up online about what some of the different filters in OBS did for noise cancellation, etc. Because I was realizing my audio was like really blurry. Not blurry, muffled. In like a strange way. Like not what's the word? It's like very inconsistently muffled. Let me switch this out. I am struggling to speak while I listen to it. Let's go to something instrumental for the time being. I'm a little eepy. It is evening where I am. It's 9 p.m. In 2 hours' time, I'll be tucking myself into sleep. I've spent most of the day studying, so very eepy indeed. I've got a couple things in store today. Oh, still, thanks for the snack. Welcome in. Congrats on first. Okay, well, congrats on second. But yeah, we got a few things planned today. Hold on. Sorry if you guys heard that. I'm just trying to reposition my mic. I'm no longer doing audio monitoring because I realized that it made me very like it's made me speak in a very weird way because I was getting distracted by my own voice functionally. How you doing? I am good. Pretty EP. It's my 9 p.m. I spent the whole day studying, most of the whole day studying. Excited to draw. How are all of you? Hope you guys have been doing well. Ooh, that's a lot of God blasts. Okay, let me let me pull up some of our own. I have 4 different God blasts. Well, I only don't have yours, which makes me very much want yours. But okay, let me switch over to the art scene and then we will talk about what we're doing today. Okay, oh, what did I click? What did I click? Sorry. I triggered some shortcut on Clip Studio Paint. Oh, thanks for the snack. And it like opens something in my web browser. Turns out F1, which switches me back to my tablet model from speaking, opens something in Clip Studio. But okay, yeah. What on earth am I drawing? Am I drawing a business person? Not exactly. We are drawing someone making a deal, that's for sure. You'll see who in a little bit, right? It's not gonna be a secret forever. But we can look at the references for now. I got work today. I cold over the weekend, but I did a decent amount of drawing while I was resting up. Ooh, okay, I hope you're feeling better today. I hope that you recovered fully. I'm sorry if you heard that. There's a truck passing by. But that's lovely. If you ever want to share your art in here or in the Discord, I would love to see it. Unless it's in your Discord, in which case I might have forgot. Am I in your Discord? Well, I will check after this. I'm not speaking. Hold on. Is this better? Hello? Do you want to speak? Do you want to speak? Give me a minute to fix this. It's okay. I think this is fine now. Not perfect. Don't think you're in mine. I had it on lockdown until recently. I see. Yeah, if you ever want to share stuff into Lotus Light Pond, you're very welcome to do so. And post an art share channel on yours. Absolutely. We would love to see it. Okay, I was still feeling like trash, but slowly getting better. Oh man. Oh, you're recovering well as well. It's the seasons are changing. A lot of people are falling sick. Awful to hear that you guys fell sick recently, but at the very least, you're recovering. Okay. We are going blank on both things today. I wanted to draw some emotes. I had a list of emotes I wanted to do. Haven't started any of them yet, so we will begin on that. Mm, hold on, let me fix some of my Eclipse Studio settings. I had the idea for a couple of animated emotes. First being, okay, not only animated, let me just write them down. A couple of emote ideas. First one, sparkly eyes. Wow, I found that when I go into a lot of other like streamers, channels, chats, etc., and they're drawing, I want something where I'm like that basically. Honestly, I might just use this as a sketch for whatever I cook up because I really like the vibes of it. But I wanted the eyes, either the eyes or some glitter around it to just move. Very simple animation, probably like 2 or 3 frames. But a sketching from yesterday, I okay, I think I'll be able to put it up. I will be looking at it. My laptop's memory has been a little scarred recently. I am going to refrain from pulling up another application for the time being, but oh, it's so cute. The casual outfit Estelle, it's so cute. We love it. Thank you for sharing. Huge fan of the little axolotl decal on the jacket pocket. So cute. And the little detail eyes as well. Like it says like these 3 fin-like thing. Very cute. Lovely. Thank you, Estelle. I also noticed OBS is not happy to on pick up basically my lower, not notes, but like when my voice dips a little lower, it doesn't want to pick things out. If it gets cut off, I apologize. Now that I think about it, I can pull up oh no. My Discord web has been stuffed as to hell and back. I mean, I'm gonna try pulling it up on my Art X screen. Let me see what I can do to open it up within a browser instead. In the meantime, Bucky Eyes, that's one of the emotes I wanted to do. I also wanted one that was cooking. I don't know how I'll do. I don't know how I will do cooking, but like also basically for me to use in other people's chats maybe. I don't know if I need cooking if I've already got sparkly eyes and Kuva, 2 different Kuva hearts. As you can tell, I like stuff very much, very often. I like to like stuff in different ways and I like to express that. Yes, I can get it up in browser. Lovely. You always forget Discord browser exists. That's true. That do be the case. I didn't have the Discord desktop application for quite a long time because I never used it often. Hold on, let me get it up on my art pack. There we go. Lovely, lovely. Cooking is an interesting one. Ew. And I'm not sure how to make it like be readable within a small what's that word, panel? Not panel. What are these called? Squares, basically, within like the um probably 28 pixels that most people will see it on. I'll figure that out. So I'll leave that for a little later. Sparkly eye is quite straightforward. I know what I'm doing with it. One more, I already have Kuva Cry. I was thinking potentially of Kuva Despair. Okay, wait, hear me out, hear me out. I don't know, okay, if you guys play Honkai Star Rail, there's a in-game sticker of the character Misha where he's like just huddled in a corner like that, basically hugging his knees. And it's one of my favorite things in the game. I don't know when we would use Kuva Despair ever. So that'll be low on the list of priorities, actually. Could be effort, but you could make the frame background transparent. Put images slideshows on it. Quite sure I could. I'm quite sure I could. Hold on. And let me just fix it. Position. It's uh, I definitely could. I just when I was drawing this, I just saved whole blackboard as one like image with no empty frame. Would require some editing, so probably an off-stream thing if you go with that idea. Yeah, I think so too. But I also did just realize that it was a little out of the frame in a way I didn't notice, so avoiding that. It should be fine as is for now. One more thing before dropping away, folks. Yeah, it's usually worked so far. I usually have the frame, like, I'm sorry, the image that's meant to go into the frame cropped perfectly to the size of the frame. So whenever people hand in art tags. Speaking of art tags, I have a little text box where I can write in whose text it's from. Did I get rid of it? Yes, I did. Hold on. It's also white text right now, which doesn't help any. Here you go. Oh, it's not. I'll have to reconfigure this board if I want to use it for more art text stuff, cause a bit difficult to get readable text in there. Text in there right now. If you guys are hearing me cut out, I apologize. I'm leaning over my PC in a weird way. Okay, close enough, close enough. Yeah, me. Art text up. What was I saying? Yeah, right, emotes. What was the other one I was gonna do? Something a bit like bullshit as well. Okay, one more. That is actually done. I found a online web page that lets you put in any PNG or like any image, and they have a like hand overlay, and that tool like pets you basically. It's on my Discord. If you're in it, you've seen it, or maybe not, but it's currently still being approved by Twitch. So we'll probably see Kuva Pet next stream. What else was I gonna do? I forgot. I mostly came in with it started. My bad. I missed the announcement for it. I hope if you're stuck in an ad, you get to get a good break. Like this, exactly like that. Thank you, Estelle. Exactly like that. That's the one. Where is it? Where is it? I know I have it. There we go. Lady pet. It also seems like my emote brain is broken. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. Hold on. I'm gonna double check that. I would like my emotes to rain. There we go. There it is. I'm gonna make I'm gonna make my chat so annoying right now. I just want to see what this looks like when it rains. Oh, they came out the wrong way round. Cute. I disabled it if it what's that word? I don't let it send duplicates anymore. After that time, Okina decided to put like 20 god blasts into one message, and it genuinely made my stream hang. It's only gonna show one lizard and one Estelle, unfortunately, so that stream doesn't crash on all of our ends. Honestly, fair. Yeah, because we realized like what happens if someone reads it and they've got like 5 emotes and there's like 5 people and it's 25 on screen. If there are different emotes and I think different chat messages, it will still duplicate. So as you saw, we got all 4 god blood raining down. If 3 people send the same emote, I'm not sure if it duplicates or not. God blood. Yeah. I love emote rain so much. Love it. I could make them bigger, but I think this is fine as is. Alright, I'm still struggling to remember what other emote I want to do. I think I wanted it I don't want it to be animated. Hmm, it's okay. For the time being, let's do sparkle. I'll probably do like one base layer that's just me, and afterwards I will open up a Clip Studio animation file, if that's the word for it. It might not be the word for it. The Clip Studio animation file kind of thing, and just like do the sparkle. I'll draw it a bit bigger than need be first. I can always crop, but it's always annoying to draw what isn't there, if that makes sense. So you'll do it a bit bigger. This canvas is pretty big anyway. Oh, welcome back from ads, everyone. I usually do my emotes during classes, but this week's classes have disgustingly important for my midterms and my finals, so I have been forced to pay full attention. So this weekend, last week, basically. I've got, I think, my worst midterm coming up this Wednesday. Basically, by the time I go to bed and wake up, it will be 24 hours after my midterm. It's a Wednesday morning thing. I'm not very well prepared for it. It's super content heavy. Good luck, thank you. But I didn't, I'm not, I'm so not doing my best for it. I could have studied way more. I've been lazy. I've been distracted by art. Again, if you're in the Kuva Discord, you know very well. I spent the day doing things on top of studying. I'll admit, right? Throughout most of my tertiary school education, so university and the school I did before that, don't think too much about it. It's the norm in Singapore to have another school between school and university, junior college system, basically, or diploma system. Truly, I don't remember the time I spent studying, but I remember the time with friends and the time I spent fucking around. I did do quite a lot of project-based work. And I do quite like a lot of those. I remember those quite fondly, especially like the research process and implementing them. But that's cause it was a creative field. And I do like creative. My eyebrows just not my hold on. The head also hurts a little bit. I think it's just I've been staring at a screen the whole day. So if it gets worse, we may have a shorter stream, so I can sleep earlier than night. Basically, wake up more refreshed. I need to zoom out a bit. I need to zoom. I've realized that when I'm working on emotes, it helps me to think about what they look like far away. Zooming out emulates that. This is a bit annoying to work with. It's very much so more annoying for you guys because it appears bigger on my screen. Okay, big. Whoa. Okay. I take it a bit easy, and I'm a little easy. Like that's the case for every Monday stream. It's the only stream that I do after I've had a full class. I don't think I've streamed on Fridays yet. Sometimes I got stuff on Friday, sometimes I don't. No, I did that impromptu okay not stream on Friday. Yeah. Gonna look for now and lock in with work for a bit. Okay, thanks for dropping by, Estelle. Have a good lurk and have a good working session. I too will be locking in this past weekend. I had to cancel Saturday's stream, unfortunately. There were some plans I did forgot about completely. They went well, don't worry about it. But I feel like I haven't streamed in a while. Like, let's be like so for real. It's been less than a week. I last streamed Thursday. That was the 8 hour, 9 hour. Okay, stats wise, Twitch says it was 9 hours. I think of it as 8 hours because I did take like a full hour out to go get dinner. That's like that's a Singaporean workforce mindset where your meals don't count as work anyway. Yeah, I don't count it. I was resting. I was live for that time, but like that's when I stopped speaking and all that. But yeah, Thursday was accident. Is it accidental, impromptu, unplanned, 8 hours? I'm not a big fan of angle of my hair there. I normally work with thick lines, but emote line art is still way thicker than I'm. But like, it always looks a bit like straight before I've cleaned things up. My ear, it looks a bit wrong as I just want my throat to be normal and not streaming. And I'm so sorry to hear. May I ask, like, is it a flu-like situation? I know seasons are changing right now in a lot of places around the world. I really hope it's not something more serious. But I hope you get better. If if no, that's so sad. That is, well, I haven't started streaming for long, but I've come to really like it. Being physically unable to stream like that has to suck so much. Get rid of my whole face area. I'm not a big fan of the angle of things. Hold on. Can tell I'm doing better, but the throat pain is still a lot. Eh, Man, okay. At least, at least you're taking it easy, and I hope you bounce back better. It's good. It's good to let yourself fully recover than to try and push anything and like fuck it up. So it sucks, but it is a necessary evil to take it off. Like to take off days. To take it easy. That's what I was trying to say. Hope recovery goes even better. I was sick a couple weeks ago as well. Thankfully, that one ended relatively smoothly. It was mostly flu-like symptoms as well. Bit of runny nose, lethargy, blocked their sinuses. Sometimes I forget how long this side of my that was fine. Mine's been mostly coughing and sore throat. No, oh no, okay, that's an awful combination. I feel like then they make each other worse so much. You can cough until your throat sore, and your throat sore, so you keep coughing. Awful situation. Still feels wonky. One way to get the vocal damage. You can power through other stuff, but sore throat you can stream. One way to get the vocal damage. Exactly. Yeah. Genuinely asking to like prolong your illness. If you try and talk so much with a sore throat, awful. You can like get around your daily life like generally fine unless you work in like somewhere where you need to speak a lot. But like even then, you're not speaking like nearly the whole time the way you do when you stream. I think yeah. Like the next one would be like someone on a speaking, like a job where they speak and yell a lot, like singers, teachers, performers maybe, where like trying to power through it. Telemarketer, they're like trying to power through a sore throat would just like be hell if you're working on a job like that. Uh, I knew quite a few teachers back in the day who got permanent vocal cord damage simply from teaching or like speaking too much, scolding children. Basically, I think one of the saddest cases was a Chinese teacher I had that taught speech and drama on the side, and she loved teaching very much. So she loved teaching academic stuff. She loved teaching the Chinese language. She loved teaching it in a like academic setting and like in artistic settings, so like literature and drama. But simply due to the volume of class, and she was regularly like struggling, for lack of a better word, with like vocal cord damage and stuff. I hope she's alright. I haven't seen her in quite a long time. It's a shame, right? It's like the same kind of like situation that athletes are in, where like you love athleticism, you love being active, or you love speaking, but because of the wear and tear that your body faces, it becomes a really bad workplace hazard, basically. And you can face like not just like issues with the career, but then like having to put it down basically as a hobby to protect yourself sometimes. I don't know, it's heartbreaking. The most active people I know are also the ones with the worst injuries ever. The creative people, the ones like who are in bands, are sound technicians, working in concerts and all that. They're the ones with the hearing damage. I'm so at fucking risk for carpal tunnel syndrome. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. I feel like I skip this song every time I hear it. Not not cause it doesn't fit in that well with the rest of the playlist, so I'm never in the mood to listen to. Wondering if I should change something a bit more energetic, maybe. It's so annoying about making sure my ahoge fits into everything I draw. Every Kuva I draw, basically. Every time I draw myself, I find some obnoxious ass way to make sure my annoying ass ahoge fits. I love it very much. I love it very much. Sometimes I consider just gelling it down so it lies flat on top of my head when I need it to. Okay, we're gonna draw my shirt. Sometimes I forget how tall my collar is. Hold on, let me just. It is quite high up. And draw my on. That will probably be hidden anyway, but any sparkles, so and it's not gonna be what's that? It's gonna be a bit difficult to see as a small detail, so doesn't need to be super accurate. There we go. There we go. Maybe I won't have the hands down there. I might. Wondering if I should just end the whole thing. And then the sparkles can move around. And I won't need my hand. Oh, whoa, whoa. How did that happen? Won't need my hands in the way. I think that will. I thought I'll just do them straight on and go. I might transfer the earring out to this layer and just have all my gold line up together. Oh, oops. Uh, okay. I'm gonna switch playlists. I've thought of which one to switch to. We're gonna go to one with a few quieter songs, gentler songs, some which might give me psychic damage. But I like all the songs on it. Yeah, I'm mostly gonna be vocal. So if it gets a bit distracting, I apologize. Do feel free to let me know. But yeah, I'm as I said, little EP would be happy to work to something also. Yeah, I'm thinking we might do a shorter stream today. Maybe nothing past by 11 p.m. So maybe like an hour and a half. I've taken the lines around the hair here, so match a bit better. But here we can just make it all it brown. I have certainly had a day. In my head, it feels like I didn't really do anything, because I think I was home the whole day, right? Didn't really cook much, wasn't super talkative online. But now that I'm trying to build, essentially, and draw something, I do feel it. I do feel it in my muscles and stuff, and like mentally as well. It's one of those things I feel where I have been so used to insane bouts of studying since I was like a teenager, basically. Where if I don't study from like sundown to sunset, it feels like I didn't study enough. I'm trying to undo that now very successfully. But like, yeah, it's really not like I didn't do anything. I'd say I managed to get in about 3 full solid hours of studying and like another 2 hours ish of art for your character here thing I'm working on. Oh, I chill. I did chill. It's Genshin Impact anniversary. I logged in and I went to see their like, anniversary rewind, basically. The one that each player gets like their own little recap of the past couple years. So I think this time around they did it from all 5 years basically. There was like there are certain stats. Example, how many treasure chests open when you entered like this region. I started playing when the game released in 2020. I have records in the game and now the anniversary event that yes, I started playing early October 2020. But I also took a really long hiatus from Genshin. I got a bit tired of things, so early 2021, I think, I stopped playing. Um, if not late 2020 as well. And that's when like it started to peter out. I was playing daily for the first like month or so of release. Month or two, basically. So daily commissions, all that. Some exploring, not really going through the Archon quest. I know I like just did not finish Liyue. In fact, I was having a great time exploring Liyue without doing the Archon quest. And it shows, it shows. Apparently, I only stepped back into Liyue in 2023. No, in fact, the hiatus I took from Genshin is extremely funny because of that, and because of my shit luck with 5 stars. It shows that I got my first it says something like, oh, you started playing. We first met on 4th October 2020. You pulled example, you can select a character, right? And I picked Razor, my favorite. You pulled Razor on October 4th, 2020. And then the next thing you step to, it's like, you've met 63 characters along the way. That's how many total characters I have. Your first 5 star was Al-Haitham in 2023. The like 3 years, 3 years. I think it's probably like closer to 2.5. I forgot when I got Al-Haitham, which month, but it was 2023. I think it was probably like April-ish, maybe. Right when Dendro released, I came back into the game to play. So I tried to pull for Nahida because she was what was on the banner when I came back. Didn't get her, got Yao Yao in my head because they're both small green Dendro girls. I was like, oh, I have Nahida. I didn't. I only had Yao Yao. But she's who I used to like try out Dendro with. I liked it, but I didn't play consistently up until Fontaine's release. Pretty much, yeah. I played very consistently throughout all of Fontaine, and it petered out towards the end, and I kind of dropped out around Natlan again. I have the opposite luck in gachas. Oh, wait, so good or bad? My 5-star luck is generally decent. For whatever reason in Genshin it's dog shit, so it took me functionally hard, no, not hard pity. How do I phrase it? How do I phrase it? I never got a 5-star during the time I was actually playing consistently. When, oh my god, when Klee came out, I got 3 copies on the free pull. How? Oh, you do have the opposite luck. That's so funny. That's actually the funniest thing I've heard. she, you indeed have the opposite luck. That's so funny. She did not want to stay out. She wanted to go home so quickly. Also, not gonna lie, I didn't. Okay, I never played that many gacha games before Genshin. I really only played Bang Dream and Love Life, right? So all the little idle games and rhythm games. I didn't realize they added whole new units in gacha games like that, especially not um such fully fleshed out ones, right? Because they're like whole 3D models. They have different kits, different attacks, different voices, different trailers. When I first played, first career I played it in like Maruzensky and won the URA finals without a single reset on Decent Legacy. You are insane. In like the funniest way possible. That's genuine. I have so much respect for you. I'm trying to think about my Umamusu luck. It hasn't been the best. And who was my first 5-star? It may have been Taiki Shuttle. I don't remember. Natural luck is stupidly high. It seems to be the case, and that's what a delight. Imagine, I'm not sure how you feel about gacha games in general. Imagine your gacha luck was that good and you hated gacha games. Just never played them. Like your friend got you to play like a little bit, and you're like, well, not for me, and you're there with like 3 5 stars on your first pull. Not first pull, your free pull, but still. I think it was Taiki Shuttle that I got my first Umamusu 5-star. So far, I think she is the only one I've won URA finals with. If I misremembered, if not, I probably have one with Vodka as well. You have a few crazy Love Life pull saves. Probably. Right, that reminds me, I was saying I only really played rhythm gacha games. So those, they don't release new units in a traditional sense, right? They don't like release a new, unless you're Idol Master, they don't release a new unit wholesale. They've got a set of characters and the new unit is just a new card. And they've got like an outfit or something, but like that's the biggest difference. Still the same character, same voice actors, etc. So when Genshin just kept releasing new characters and they were like full 3D models with different kits, I was like, oh, okay, wow, I'm being fed so well. Ooh. And at one point in time, I really wanted to draw every Genshin character there was, just to be cute with it. And I started out with like, when I started out, upon release, there were like what, 30 characters ish, 38 around there. And it just kept snowballing, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'm not doing that. My Love Life luck was quite shit as well. I never focused on the Love Life gacha. I focused on maxing everything out. So like, I don't remember if you remember, but you would get a special icon on characters if they were idolized, then if they were max level, and then max bonded. Basically, I sucked all of my skill skill points. I spent all of my time triple maxing basically every card I got my hands on, including all the throwaway characters, all the unvoiced ones. There's one that was 3R in 11 on the first one. Oh my god. Well, let me just check if you. It's unbel- unbelievable. I don't think I ever got lucky. It was a Mari birthday pool. Lovely. That's she loves you. She loves you. Anyway, that's oh, that's delightful. I'm trying to think of my best love life pools, but I don't really think I ever even got a double UR before. Or if I have, it's one of those where they specially up the chances. Probably, yeah, probably. I haven't heard this song in so long. Oh my god. I feel insane right now. It's been so long since I heard this, but I used to really like it. It was the day where Hayley Kiyoko was one of the most like visible LGBT representations, at least for me, at the age that I was at. And I didn't really know where else to look, and the people around me loved her. I don't know, I have really good memories attached to a lot of her music. I came across one of her songs in the wild recently, an older one as well. Feelings, I think it was, and I forgot who it was by, but like it gave me such strong flashbacks. Yo, Mashallah is so blessed. I'm just trying to think of my mad pull. I, in Genshin, I think the best pull I got. I don't think I ever got a double 5-star, but I did get. I think okay, my Alakino pulls were insane. I wanted not just Alakino, I wanted her weapon as well because it was a scythe and very beautiful looking. I thought it was cool, so I didn't have like enough gems for the weapon. But I was thinking like whatever, right? I'll get Alakino first, whatever leftover I get, I will pull on the weapon. Got Alakino won the 50-50 on like the 30th pull. And I was like, sweet, cool. So I started pulling for her weapon and I got it on like 10th or 20th pull. Also beating the 75-25. You know, made me very happy. I love Alakino. She's a lot of fun to play. Very strong as well. I mostly switch between her and Navia when I want to do like big damage. So no regrets there. Extremely happy I got both of them. The thing is, I almost didn't get Navia. I got her on 10 pulls, but that's because it was guaranteed. Because the banner right before hers, I was trying to get Sino. If we ignore Sino's sense of humor, I think he's one of Genshin's like sexiest characters. Let's be real, his tits are out 24/7. His tits are out, his feet are out. They knew what they were doing when they designed him. But I was trying to get him. I know I would have hated his playstyle. I normally really dislike full-on characters, and he's definitely a pull-on character. And I love Claymore characters. Navia is an extremely hard-hitting Claymore character. Love her, no regrets. I still haven't gotten sight. I just have no money now. Because I haven't played in a long time. Okay, time for me to color this. Frankly, we'll be zooming out so far that we won't see half of the flaws in this. I don't know what I'm so what's that word? What I'm being so careful for. Once we have this, we will do sparkle. I'll save this as a PNG. So only revert layers like this. There we go, there we go. That's my magic wand working. I normally expand my selection here by like 2 pixels. Cause the lineup is so thick, I'm gonna do like 3 or 4. I'll do 3 first. 3 looks fine. 3 looks fine. Can you guys see the bottom of my screen? Not very well. I have finally gotten about the moon. Can I pull it out? I don't think we'll be able to see it if I pull it out of the window. So let me just expand this side and you guys can... Ah! Wrong thing. That's the wrong thing. Here we go. Right? Visible? My music is in the way. Whatever. You guys can see the word. I finally got around to like putting my colors into the palette here, so I don't have to like keep guessing or screenshotting my own stream layout to color pick my colors. So I should have done that like what, months ago. And frankly speaking, I might as well make like a layer of colors for like Okina cause I draw her so much. Genuinely speaking, it would be so useful for me to just have the Okina like palette down there as well. So I stopped guessing. Did I undo the flip? Yes, I did. Hold on. I like this song a lot. I haven't heard these songs in quite a long time. I haven't listened to this full playlist for a while, but I guess something clicked in me earlier and I wanted to listen to a bunch of songs I haven't listened to in a while, like the Evanescence. It makes sense you should do that to have a ton of colors, right? It's very handy. I will be honest, I completely forgot CSP has this function. I haven't touched it in like years, right? Not okay. Once upon a time, I had a color palette set in place for my favorite multiply and screen settings, but that was pre great laptop crash of 21, 22. So it's been like what 3 years since I've had it. And only when I was watching Kokone's streams and I realized she had a palette set for Kokone, and I was like, wow, that's so smart. I should do that too. And now you can too. Very handy. I have okay, hold on. It's a bit finicky to set colors. It's much easier if you have your reference pulled up and you can just eyedropper stuff in. Me do my oops, that's wrong brush. I love my eye color and because they are very obnoxiously not yellow and not brown. They are a slightly dark orange, and dark orange just becomes brown, right? Like genuinely, that's like yeah, dark orange is just brown. And my eyes are annoying in a way where the highlights are yellow and the shades in them are brown and the base color is orange. And I'm hoping one day if I ever get around to commissioning art, someone gets very confused. Let's like be real. Every time someone draws me on art fight, right? Me and like not one of my other OCs, it's like a 50-50 as to whether or not they realize my eyes are a stupidly dark orange and not straight up brown. Plus, like it's not, people have thought it's red as well. Plus, just because of the way I color, I picked like a more saturated shadow layer. Basically, people have thought it's red. Most people think it's brown. I think it's funny. You see what's it? I love this song, but we are not feeling it right now. This too. Sorry, Lord. Okay. Bit of a darker song, but I don't know. I like it. After I was introduced to Hosier through Take Me to Church, I think this is one of the next songs of his I listened to. So also very strong memories tied to this one. Thankfully, in spite of the subject matter of the song, there are positive memories. I want to fucking chill, man. Like, okay, I don't know if you guys get it. Kind of want to just go sit on the rooftop of a car park building. I look a bit demented without without highlights in my eyes. Hold on. I'm wondering if I want this to be the highlights to be a separate layer as well. Then they could like sparkle and whatnot. Let me just add them in so I look less demented. Hmm. Oh, they look a bit too thin. Hmm. Maybe I can do more. Yeah, diamond shape again as an emote. The shapes need to be really, really loud and readable, and like push it in a little bit, but not like where the points are too sharp. Yeah, I'll transform this a little bit so it's a bit more even on. Yeah, I think this is better. There we go. I'm gonna do shit, man. I'm gonna sit around somewhere. Loiter. It would be cool if I had a friend to loiter with me, but a lot of my friends don't live near me. A couple of those that do have very strict curfew, so Maybe having the sparkles a bit smaller and having them up look off into the sort of distance with. I think this is cute. Yeah, yeah, let me move the orange and I'll have like a little layer of yellow below it. Hi, okay. Welcome in. Congrats on third. Ah, thanks for the snack. Sorry, I just realized I had an opacity lock. My eyes. Just had dinner? Ooh, what was on for dinner? Your sleep schedule is so cooked. Oh no. Noodles nice. I I vaguely remember you had morning classes this semester. How has that been going in terms of your sleep schedule being cooked? Especially every single time I have morning classes, I think that like it's gonna be what fixes my sleep schedule. Never pans out like that. You are dying horrible. Bless you. God bless. I hope it all works out. I don't know how far you are into the semester. I hope it works out. You dropped something just now. I'm looking for it. One sec. Bro, where did it go? Wait, hold on. I'm so lost. I had a little chapstick thing on my desk just now. I thought heard it roll off my desk, but like it didn't. But it's not on my desk. It's fixed in a sense, and I always wake up before noon now. But do I wake up at 7? No. Oh no. Well, it's a little fix. Little fix. Better than thing, I guess. Question mark. God bless. I'm generally a morning person, but like not super morning. I'm not one of those 5 a.m. people. Last time I have so much respect for 5 a.m. people. I am 8 to 9 a.m. kind of guy. Still too late for the rest of the waking world. If I want to like have a job. Am I also having midterms? Yes, I have one this Wednesday. I have to wake up at 6 to make it to class on time. Ooh, same here. I have to wake up around 6:30 and like speed run my breakfast and like whatever. I have realized I very much do have a better time if I eat at home and like drink some coffee at home and take my time with waking up rather than just like waking up, getting dressed, running to class. So I'll try to get up around 6, but like let's be real. I'm really only getting up out of bed at 6:30. You bring breakfast and coffee to class? That oh god, that is delightful. I so get it. But I like my coffee fresh and hot, freshly brewed, and it makes me upset if like something happens to it on the way. Basically, like if it's not as like hot or fresh as I like it, or like I mix it and I taste it, and just cause I've like freshly woken up, right? I'm like, what's that word? Like I think, oh okay, it tastes fine, and then I get to school and it's actually bitter as shit, and I'm like so upset. At home, at least I can go add more milk to it. Ain't got time to eat at home. Cold brew and drink iced coffee. I see. Unfortunately, I'm speed running the aging process. I mostly only drink hot coffee in the mornings nowadays. But yeah, I usually have something prepared the night before for breakfast. Uncle Core for real. I usually just get like some bread and whatever and like toast it while I make the coffee, and that like does it. But I get small joy out of eating and making coffee at home. So I try to do that so at least I start the day off on a good note rather than being so pissed off on the train that I just keep thinking about killing people standing beside me. Kopi kosong. Not there yet, not there yet. Yet. I still drink my coffee with milk and sugar, so one day I will reach kosong stage. Not yet. To be fair, I do have some kopi o at home. Like, we have a version of it that brews in sachets and stuff. And I do like drinking that one as kopi o because it's very what's that word? It's just a lot more fragrant than the granules that we normally use. Melon does kopi o kosong, so I heard. So I heard. Melon is extremely funny. Little calf. It's just a little rowlet jacked up on so much caffeine. I think I got the wrong base color. Hold on. Yeah. That's the wrong layer. Hold on. There we go. You're supposed to do work this afternoon, but you took a nap. You're so cooked. It's fine. It's fine. Rest can be productive. Either way, ad break starting in a minute. If you guys gotta go grab anything, hold on. Is it on the wrong layer as well? Okay, yes, that's. If you guys gotta go, stretch your legs, grab some water, take a little break. It'll be a great time to do so real soon. You wanna revenge, feel like revenge bedtiming, but you don't wanna cook your sleep schedule. Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Do not revenge bedtime. It is a vicious cycle. I love it. I do it all the time. I feel like I shouldn't be the one to speak. But I also I found that I sleep better when I only sleep when I'm extremely tired, right? Like so I only sleep when like my bed hits the pillow basically. My head hits the pillow. So I just screw around on my phone usually or like read a book or whatever until I'm so tired I can't keep my eyes open. And then I go to bed and I have a really good night's sleep. Have you considered just being sick? Wait. Oh no. I hope you've been recovering well. I know you were sick quite badly last week. I hope that's been going fine. Especially on top of studying and all that. Has to be quite stressful. Let's see, that's exhaustion. I'm not like, what's it? I guess you could call it that. But like, I'm not doing anything productive at that hour. Usually that's like fan fiction hours or reading bullshit hours. I'm just chilling until, I don't know, I just chilling. Mostly recovered, but your nose still like running. Have you tried catching it? Anyway, it's begun. Save me from that awful joke. I've also done my audio monitoring off. Imagine, I like to imagine that my mic just didn't pick it up whatsoever. For some reason, the skin on your fingers are peeling. Oh no. Hold on, my mic's wobbling a little. You're welcome, smiley face. I at one point in time, the skin on my fingers were also peeling, but that was COVID season, and I was washing my hands with soap like for like over like fucking nothing. And I think the chemicals and like the constant drying did it. I don't know if it's like the same thing for you. I found that tends sorry about that. My mic's gotten a bit loose on the stand again. Wash your hands so much you had no fingerprints? Oh my god, right. Oh yeah. That is what a blast from the COVID era. I never got to that stage, thankfully. It was never that severe. Like, okay, that's like okay. I never washed off my fingerprints, but at some points my skin did crack and peel quite a bit. So it was a very incomplete fingerprint. We didn't like thankfully they didn't all disappear, but I still could not unlock my phone either. So funny. I was doing highlights. Getting on again. Talk about a summer leaving no easy. What? My skin looks. I think I'm just going mad. I feel like cause I was working on my your character here thing just before stream started a little bit, and cause that one is a much darker scene. It's like nighttime with a lot of orange lighting. I made my skin slightly darker and more reddish hue, and now looking at the base color like feels off. Oh yes, also if you have just joined us, I am working on a couple new emotes because I've had some emote slots unlocked for a while and no real ideas on what to do for emotes. I have a Kuva pet that's waiting for approval right now. If you're in the Discord, you've seen it. Very happy with it. It's just God Blast being petted. In fact, if you want to imagine what it looks like, Letty has literally like the same thing. It's literally Letty's God Blast being pet. Oh, I just realized it's really cute. Like when something flies past my face, it's an emote. Hold on. Let me see if I can get something real cute rolling. Like yeah, that's a screenshot, all right. That's what I'm fucking talking about. I'm so happy. I wanna. I just wanna watch it happen. It's so cute. I'm so happy with this. I may never draw anything again just so I can have this on the screen 24/7. This might just be my new PNG. Just like what's that word? Like what do the kids call like what do the kids call it again? Soy jacking? When you like do this that whoa face at something. I mean, it's never changed screen from this. I'm very happy with it. Whoa, Jack, right. Soy Jacks was something else, but related Wojak. There we go. Thank you. I was like, gonna say something down the line on this topic, but I completely forgot. I forgot. Printed a Wo printed huh? Printed a Wojak model or two for Warhammer. How does that work? But are they playable? So Jack is a chat version one. I see, I see. If you remember correctly. That makes sense. I know that's where they usually use the phrase, or like soy whatever. Like, I haven't heard the term soy boy being thrown about recently, but I know it was in like the internet vocabulary a while ago. It's usually used for the like chat version kind of thing. You could a model post like that. Ooh, I mean, I couldn't make it an official tournament, but I could play it with friends. I see. That's a delightful concept for a model. Just a guy pointing, going, "Whoa, whoa! Look at that, guys!" The more I hear about Warhammer, the less it sounds real. I'm not super familiar with Warhammer. All I know is that in a lot of the shops, like the anime shops that I've gone to, they've got like Warhammer figurine stuff as well, and I look at them and I walk past them because I don't understand. But it looks cool. At one point, I think during the COVID phase, I kept being recommended Warhammer lore videos on YouTube because I was watching a lot of like Tolkien lore videos, and I guess the audience just like overlap. And I was like recommended. I don't know. It was some time ago. I've just seen pictures of like the Warhammer models and stuff. I think there's one like pretty famous, if that's a word for it. One where someone painted it in like Hello Kitty colors and stuff. Very cute. I went to a museum with a friend and we took pictures in the Mojang format. It was great. That does sound extremely fun, actually. That's 10 out of 10 the ideal museum experience. It's constantly Mojacking at stuff. Hold on, my eyes now my eyes are way too yellow. I'm very eepy, very eepy. My eyes are starting to hurt. I've been looking at a screen the whole day, mostly to study and then to draw, and then to relax. Not ideal, not ideal. If you scroll down your blue sky, you'll see some models you done. Ooh, I should. I don't think I've taken the time to scroll through your whole blue sky. Ooh, okay, my eyes are really starting to hurt. I might end stream around 11. I've truly just spent the day looking at screens, unfortunately. Nothing to bite me in the ass. I think what made it worse as well is that I'm studying off like a notebook with physical handwritten notes. So for part of the day I'm just like squinting there trying to pass my own handwriting. Just before stream started as well, I was like drawing. Before that, around before dinner time, I was also studying and it got a little dim outside and I switched the light on, but it's still not as good as studying in natural light, definitely. So that probably did its share of damage. Hmm. I'm gonna attempt to animate this as well. I think I don't remember if I said that just now. At least not after Okina popped in. I wanna put like little sparkles around the side of it, and I'll have those be animated. Cause like heavens knows, I can't animate much more than that. What's what's yeah, there we go. Emotes are so small that I always feel like I always tell myself I don't need to worry about like details on stuff, but I can't help myself anymore. Okay, Yuri, welcome in. Hello. How's it going, Chief? It's going decently. I am chilling right now. I'm drawing new emotes. How are you? I'm gonna attempt to animate some of these later. Not like in a serious way. Not like the whole character. I'm just gonna get like sparkles around this. Yeah, well, nice. Great to hear that. Okay. We have seen you live a couple of times since you last dropped by. Unfortunately, it has been a busy week for me, so I haven't been able to pop in, but eventually. Like, what's I gonna do? Right, the eyelids. The worries mate, how's work been treating you? It has been, all things considered, alright. It's school that's been the headache. Yeah, I've got a midterm this Wednesdays, and I'm very ill prepared for it. So, yeah, most other things compared to that have been fine. How has work been for you? Oh, this is like unrelated to anything. It just came to mind. I'm realizing that maybe my eyes are so tired because okay, my school has been doing this thing where they're trying out um not whiteboards but like big LCD screens, LED screens, something like that. You can see the individual pixels of it, right? But they're trying out new screens instead of whiteboards, and either you cannot change the settings or none of the professors know how to change the settings, so they've been at max brightness. And it's been disgusting to look at. I feel like every time I'm in a classroom with one of those, I go home with like a headache. Whiteboards are superior. They are, one of my professors was saying in another school he teaches in, there have been several cases where professors accidentally like draw on one of like the TV screens instead. Just out of sheer habit, because some of them have been teaching for decades with like chalkboards, then whiteboards, then projectors over like whiteboards. Oops, and now they just have to like live with this. I don't know. I really don't like them. I might write into the school to ask if there's a way to like lower their brightness. Or like if there is to like tell the professors, cause like good fucking god, I cannot go home with another headache. Lurk, thanks for the lurk. Okay, now you are very likely on the study grind again. I hope it goes well. If you got a mute, and if you wanna play your own music over, etc., please feel free to do so. I so get it. I did a lot of studying today already for the sole purpose because I really didn't want to have a nighttime study stream because nothing would get done and I'd just be grumpy about doing work when I could be drawing. So I made sure to get like most of my stuff for today out of the way. Okay, there we go. I'm very happy with this. I realize I don't have my jacket on. Do I care? Not really. Not really. I'm so shocked and surprised that like my jacket exploded. Who cares? I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna bring it into another file to try and uh, save it full size first. Afterwards, we can export the animation a little smaller to use as an emote. I'm very happy with this. I think it's so cute. I'll probably put it in as a static image into Discord so people without Nitro can use it as well within the server at least. Speaking of Nitro, Letty Letty, who is live right now, gave me a share of her Nitro Discord Nitro free trial earlier. Very cute. I didn't know you could do that. Was it? Oh, I need to resave this. That's right, I fixed some. I probably won't resub to Discord Nitro just cause I don't use Discord that much. But it's really sweet of her anyway. Dude, okay, I'm just gonna fix something again. This little bit of the highlight here that's like from popping up from underneath the leaf is like throwing me off. As I said, emote, it's very small, who will tell no one, but I will know it's there and it will bother me until the day I die. You save it again, and after this we'll boot up the oh my god, wait. Um what there is it new 700 pixels. Is it 700? It's 800. 800 pixels. Animation. You guys can see the setup screen. Uh, okay. But you never felt like home to me. California never felt like California never felt like me until I had you on the open road and I was singing. Where's my timeline? I know I have the animation timeline. So hold on, let me pull it up. Window. There it is. There it is. You guys can see it, can you? Seems not. Where did it? Where did it go? I think it's hidden underneath my main layer. Actually, if I pull it up. Can I hide it somewhere? Here? Is it here? It's not there. I'm so lost. Hold on. You're gonna actually have to give me a minute while I try and find where my animation timeline. It was here the last time I tried to animate something. Cannot remember where I left it. If I create a new folder, right? Does it? No. Don't show me where it is. And I reset the display of. Is it here? Did it move up? It didn't move. Okay, it's in my layer section so you guys can't see it. Maybe? Oh, I'm very lost right now, sorry. I don't know what I did to configure CSP so that my timeline disappeared. I'm gonna minimize it a little bit. See if it pops up behind the main window. It like genuinely might. Where else could it go? Oh my god, it was behind the main window. You guys can't see it right now. It's popped up as a different window. Let me see if I can put it here. There we go. We can see my animation time. Lovely. What I wanted to do, well, will be... Oh, oops. I know you can keyframe things. I am gonna make WoW basically stay throughout the whole thing. We probably won't need more than a 4-frame cycle. In fact, no. I don't think we'll need more than like 2. I'm gonna draw sparkles here, right? I'm just gonna draw the sparkles here first. And then we'll see how it... There's a stray pixel on my hair. I'm very annoyed about that. Hold on. I'm gonna just rasterize this. Oops. I'm gonna rasterize it so I can make any changes straight onto the image. Ah, that it wasn't there. It was here. It was on the spot. Oh, I'm not annoyed. Anyway, fighting for my life, drawing a triangle here. To be fair, I'm always kind of bad at drawing like diamonds and stuff. Just now, if you guys watch me color in the eyes, you witness me do a oval and erase bits of it. Now I wonder if... There we go. Wow. Happy with this. Nice shape. Nicely shaped, sorry. I'll just put in the bright yellow. Same as my eyes. Would you like the sparkle secret? I would. I really would, actually. Ah, wait, hold on. It's on the wrong configuration. There we go. Hold on. Then connect them with arcs. Oh my god, you're so smart. You're so smart. That sounds so much easier than just trying to like fucking ball. Oh, okay. Next one. I'll try. Let me get the line art covered a bit differently. I'm gonna put a white background behind these two. Each sparkle will be its own layer, so they can move independently. That being said, selection. Remove dust. There we go. Tidy it up. This one's gonna be a bit misshapen. We'll all have to live with it, myself included. It's gonna be fine. Doesn't have to be the main one. Yeah. Over here is cute too. Okay. Number 2 sparkle. Let's try that out. Let me do it in bright blue actually, so I can see it over my own head. Oh my god. Okay, well, thank you. It was this simple this whole time? How many years of drawing and I've never figured it out? It's okay. We learn something new every day. It's a bit misshapen anyway. Just simply due to I eyeball the 4 dots. If I took the time to measure it out, it would have been fine. I did not, because I'm silly. Nonetheless, it was so much easier than whatever the hell I was doing before this. Thank you. That and using the art tool would be easier too. That's true, that's true, that's true. The art tool is a thing. It is. I know I could probably put like a guide layer as well and then draw it in. I like, okay, let's be like so real, right? It's an emote, no one can tell. I usually like to use the same brush for the different, like all the parts of the line art basically. So it all has the same like texture and pressure and stuff, but I know as an emote it will not be very visible. Oops. But very, very duly noted for the next time I draw sparkle. Oops. In case you are curious, I have been doing this the whole day. Half asleep, singing along to whatever the hell I listen to. Yeah, it's a trick you learn ago. Yes, I go doing physical media. You kids and your digital art. I will be like so for real right now. I feel like I was made for digital art because I'm so impatient and super careless. And I could never like draw a good straight line to save my life. Or like traditional art. Okay, I'm gonna just duplicate this one from little here. I wanna make all the bearish sparkle. Okay. I'll make another outline layer for it so the whites match up. Is this on the playlist twice? Yes, it is. We just heard it. Hold on. Let me skip past. I've seen a lot of videos of people doing traditional art. My tongue tripped over digital for whatever reason. But they're like making precise measured out points on a page, like centimeters apart, and then like tracing it out with a compass and stuff to get like perfect flawless shapes. It's very cool. So much respect for people who are precise with traditional mediums. Could not be me. Even though I mostly learn with physical mediums, I really appreciate what digital art does to make things easy. Yeah, I started out as well with traditional art, but I've not looked back. Let's be real, I've not looked back. There are a lot of things which digital makes so much easier. I'm trying to love charcoal and painting, but sketching, give me the screen. Oh, I feel like I'm quite like the opposite, in which I still really love sketching traditionally. I can't explain, but like something about it just really helps me express and like not think too hard about what I'm drawing in a good way, in a good way. Whereas I feel like my digital sketches tend to be like very stilted from time to time, if that makes any sense. But I really don't like basically rendering stuff on traditional anymore. So that's my like favorite thing to do. Line art as well. Nightmare traditionally. I'm very clumsy. I don't make good straight lines. If I went back to traditional regularly, I'd probably do like a lineless style from now onwards. I sketch and I just like paint over it, and we all have to live with it. But yeah, I get it. I get it. The texture of stuff though, actually, charcoal. Charcoal is a really unique medium. I do really love. Let me save this real quick. I never really did them much myself, but I had a lot of friends who did charcoal and oil pastels, and it's always really fun, like watching them get really thick pigments on the paper, spray the setting thing onto it, and then like just keep like layering pigments on. It's very cool. I love the way charcoal looks and feels, but I was always, as I said, clumsy, broke it a lot, made awful wrong lines, which I like basically press so hard into the paper that like we would not be able to undo them. I feel like it's this one is I either one sparkle too many or too little. These these two up a little bit, maybe like over here, maybe. This is cute. Really, it's really cute. That means I do need to fix the background. And okay, learning to use charcoal was one of the mediums that really helped me learn the values of dark and light and balancing out. Right, that's true. It does help with that. Yeah, you're functionally working with like just black and white. Like a very thick black as well. Like it's not the pencil kind of thing where you can when you have a few different like darkness levels, softness levels, and you can like clear that. I know for charcoal there's some that like apply way more thickly, some of which are a bit more chalk-like, but like still, it all comes out like a dark pigment. Okay, let me figure out how to reframe things here. Okay, we're gonna have to live with this for a minute. Uh, I don't need. This is the first 4 frames, is it? I think my favorite thing was being able to knock out meter by meter drawing in about 19 minutes. Ayo. meter by meter. That's actually insane. That's that's wild. I don't think I've ever done a piece that big, but that's super cool though. And to knock it out in minute distracted, to knock it out in 90 minutes as well. Mad respect, mad respect. I'm gonna try to figure out how to. Maybe I should have. That's not it. That's not it. There we go. Okay, 8 frames. Does it? If I click play, does it? Okay, okay. I don't need the background on all of them. This one we can hide. Can I collapse this so it doesn't appear? Not so bad because you got full credit on that file. And you watch others struggle for like days. And then we walk in the night before and do it that fast. Oh my god. To be fair, that's skill. That's skill. That's like so skill. That's being familiar with your medium. I also just realized you guys can't see the entire side of my timeline. I mean, no, I'm not gonna make it harder on myself. We're just gonna have to live with you guys not seeing bits of it. But yeah, what's I doing? Right, figuring out keyframes. It is skill. It's understanding your medium. It's knowing what you wanna do with that piece. To be fair, I had a friend who worked primarily in colored pencils, and it was a shit show for him to make any like big pieces. Because colored pencils, they're only that big. I think at one point he gave up and ended up with mixed medium for acrylic. So like just get some flats in quicker. But he was like really upset about it. If he had the time, he would have and painted in. It was a flat light blue for like a bit of the background, not the sky. Not the sky, but something like. Where's the keyframe button? Sorry, distracted. There we go. Enable keyframe. Okay, you'll do that for all of them. Do that for all of them. And then what do I do to shift their position over here? I'm gonna stretch it out first, just in case I needed that. Add. Okay. I am playing it by ear because I watched the tutorial on this a while ago, and I used to do graphic design in school, and we had to learn Adobe After Effects, so like keyframe type animation I'm more familiar with already. So I feel like I can walk in and just ball. We had to be a huge size. I think it was minimum 2 feet, 50 centimeter-ish. Ooh. Right, I think you said, was it you or someone else in chat who did O levels or A levels? I did art O levels as well. I remember our minimum size was quite huge, especially for the final submission. I just remember that like I personally ended up with a concept that worked as a trip. Good God, I've forgotten how to pronounce the word trip. You know the one where it's like three things that like fit together. So I ended up working on each panel individually and then stitching them together afterwards. So it was never like in my head. It was never this unsurmountable 2 feet, 1 meter behemoth. But it probably stitched together to around over a meter. No, it was about 30 centimeters on the short edge. Yeah. So somewhere around, had to do one of those too. Ooh, it was your figure studies class. I see. It's huge for figure studies, like drawing. But to be fair, we kind of fucked around during the art O level. So it's like we never did a lot of serious studies. We did a lot of medium exploration because we were quite young back then. And it was only me and another student that really had a favorite medium going into. Oh, so like, I don't know, sorry, I'm trying to like figure out how to, how, sorry, I am just figuring out the program. Yeah, we mostly spend like the 2 years with medium exploration, so my classmates could get a sense of what they wanted to do. We were never really guided on like like good technique. We were always given exercises to like, let's say, do a live painting of like our teacher brought in like vases and fruits, and we did paintings of those, and she would be like, oh, paint the shading, but take note of like, because they are vases, the blue one will reflect the color of the pink one. And I was like, whoa, that's cool. And because I had been doing art for like quite a long time before that, and I had a good grasp on like my technique and how to shade, I could get stuff to blend nicely and get a very light, like purple basically, to reflect on the blue one, because it's not gonna reflect 100% as pink on like a very bright blue vase. And I got it in as a purple-ish thing, and my teacher was like, wow, your observation skills are great. And I'm like, thanks, I've done this before. No, not that particular exercise, but it was advice I'd heard doing digital art. Like someone was like, oh, if you're drawing a white dress, like white shirt, and the character has blue hair, paint some of it blue because the light reflects. And I was like, cool. So I had that concept in my head. And I had watercolor skills to execute it. I think we were doing acrylic that day. Or I did acrylic that day. I remember it being very thick paint. So either we were all doing acrylic or I chose to that day. But yeah, it's something I was already a bit familiar with. I don't know, I had an unfair advantage for my art O levels because I was one of the few who went in with a good, solid like foundation in art. Not a serious one. I don't think I took classes for it beforehand. I was just good. Due to have not a flex, I was a lonely child and spent all my free time drawing. Lonely child not in a sad way, but in a introverted to horrifying degree. People talk about being lonely as a child. They wanted friends and didn't have any. I had friends and wanted less of them, so I could spend more time at home drawing and spend my recess time drawing and not playing with them. Looking back, was that is that something my parents and teachers should have tried to coax me out of earlier? I was better at socializing. They probably should. Did I come up well adjusted? Yes, I did. By most standards. Am I perfect? Not at all. No one is. Am I still well socialized for a child who thought and acted like that? Very much so. Could I have been better socialized? Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. What was I doing? Figuring out how keyframes work. I might have to watch the tutorial for this. We could end stream, but like I do want to get this done before we end. Add keyframe? They are not letting me change the position of where the spark is. I have Do I have to put it into a new animation folder? Maybe I do. Let me move it in and see how this It's locked itself. It's not letting me. You gotta take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. More important. That's true. That's true. And you're right. You're very much right. The thing is, even if I end stream, I might stay awake trying to finish this anyway. Only difference is that I won't be talking through it. So let me pull up a tutorial on my end. Bear with me for a minute while I read through it. Over here. It's not letting me edit it. Very lost about what I clicked here. I'm gonna remove this keyframe real quick. If I can select it, if it wants me to select it, I'd like to get rid of this keyframe. I think I did it wrongly. Can I undo it? Yes, I can. Are we gonna are you gonna work with me? Yeah, I've enabled me. Object sub tool. Object sub tool. Could we work together, please? No, I want the whole folder together. Let's try again. Should I just merge these layers at this point in time? I'm gonna I'm gonna duplicate this and see if it makes my life easier. I'm gonna enable keyframe and that's not it. We're gonna enable keyframe. Yes, it has been expanded to the whole. Yeah. I am very oh. This is one of the most lullaby like songs in my playlist. It's doing its magic really well. We go over to number add keyframe and then I check tool it. Maybe that no, stop moving me. It's so it's not exactly what I wanted. I just Get it to move like sharply. I don't need. Okay. Let me just. Let me actually maybe hold interpolation is what I need. No. We're gonna expand this to 12 frames. Because I want it to return to its start position. And we're going to do that as last. Okay. Oh, not. Um, Keep it. Ah, what on earth happened here? What? How did you get up there? How did you switch positions like that? Okay, I'm gonna delete the last keyframe real quick. Ah, no, not that, not that. Just one of them. And then we want it to go back. Which means I wanna copy and paste this keyframes. This is a keyframe 4. Ah, how did I calculate that one more frame with keyframe 12 and not keyframe 8? If I'm on, huh? If I'm on 4 frames, that's right, first frame, starting position, fourth frame, second position, go back to start. It's just 8. No need for 4. Lovely. It's That's fine, that's fine. Hold interpolation, there we go. Then if we loop, it should. Okay. I might want to hold it for longer. Actually, we might now want to bring it back to 12, just so we can hold each one for about 11. 11's a funny number. And this is the 11th frame. Okay, let's move it to 12. There we go. Move it here. And move this one to 6. On 7. Very, very confusing. UI is a bit messy. If it, yeah, it's uneven. Some things. There we go. 6 on 12. I mean, go up to 12 as well. I'm gonna edit the position here so the movement's a bit bigger. There we go. I still feel like okay, it's fixed, it's fixed. Lovely, lovely. There we go. Okay. It's a lot easier to merge the layer. So we're just going to accept that I'm gonna duplicate this as well because I like having at least one original version of each sparkle, but for the time being, oh, sorry about that. Oh, I thought I fixed my mic stand. It's still a bit loose. Hey, there we go. Yes. I'll move some of the other layers out of the way. Uh, very good, very good. Now they are flat images. It'll be a lot easier to change their position. Now that I've figured out what particular keyframes I need as well, a lot easier. Okay. So first one, we will hold position here. Enable keyframe hold interpolation. Frame number 6. Edit object. Yeah, something like this. Something like this. Maybe the original one actually it could be like yeah, something around here. Now that I think about it, oh, ads will be starting soon. It'll be a great time to take a break. If you guys gotta go grab some water or hold on. Okay. Grab some water, stretch our legs, go to the bathroom. I will be here animating because I'm quite happy with how it's cool. Uh, I don't need a break yet. I'm set for now. I'm. Oh, okay, that's what happened. I was thinking as well that actually delete keyframe. Okay, maybe having them move apart of each other would be really cute. I'll keep it like this. If not, I'll fix them to all sync up. Okay, we got the little one now. Same process. Enable keyframes. Nothing. Very slight. Okay, I don't need its position to move as much. I need to rotate a bit more though. Anyway, wiggle. I forgot. Okay, then we can get rid of the frame. Ah, okay. So this bottom one here is the one that's off. Think a little bit. And it force them to sync. Basically, because right now it's like a couple milliseconds off and it's pissing. No, it's not. It's this that's in the okay. So if that means yes, if we don't the final keyframe, it will return anyway, because it's a hold interpolation. So that's okay. The final one, the one same thing, starting with the feet off the ground, spin me around, me crazy, like I'm falling in love, me crazy, crazy. Hey, it's working. Yeah, I did mess up something, but it's generally working, like pretty good. Very pleased with it. It's still very simple, all things considered, but I'm gonna make this one do more than rotate. But it's not about so yeah, actually, I'm gonna make this start out a bit higher up, and then it can down. Not that much. Yeah, it's working. I'm very happy with it. Oops. I wanna make this one's a bit bigger as well. I feel like it's a bit they're like clashing a bit. If that makes sense. Like the top two and the bottom two actually now feel like they are synced up in a weird not that. Now they feel like they rotate in the same direction, in the same degrees, and it's a little weird, so I'm gonna fix that. Not you, not you, over here. Really, all of the small minutia of animating, which I've forgotten about. See, now they're moving in the same direction. It's moving in the same direction as the bottom one, which is upsetting. Bottom one, I think it can afford to do in out here, then oh no. I need to lock. I need to lock. I should have done it from the start. It's okay. Okay. Lock. Now the little one will goes up down. It should be going down up, so it doesn't clash with the big one on top. Yes. Welcome back from ads, everyone. See, now these two rotate too much. Sorry, you guys are gonna hear me like nitpick over like the smallest things. Okay, big one can afford to be a bit further apart. Okay, small one can afford to rotate a lot more. But yeah, it ends up rotating more than it changes position. Down here, this one change its position a bit more. It can, oops, sorry. Goes, goes. can afford him a lot. And I think this big one, it won't rotate as it feels a bit disjointed now. Let me zoom out like super far, right? And imagine it's am I going mad? Hold on. I think because simply due to the way things was and ended up staying on the original frame one frame more than the final one. It's an 11 frame cycle now. It's okay. Big one, small one now rotates inwards a bit too much, I feel. So this is nice. Oh, Letty, thanks for the snack. And thanks for the lurk. Not a big one, not a big one. Doesn't have to move as much. I think this is good. I think this is good. Not a little. I'm so sorry. I should have moved the rotation points to their middles this whole time. That would have saved me a lot of trouble. Wow. I think we can afford to have one more sparkle actually. I'm gonna duplicate this one over here for the bottom right hand corner. Okay. I'm gonna delete this keyframe first on it. Over here first keyframe, then we're gonna fix its rotation point. Let me make it small. Make it smaller through the object too. That's fine. It's not gonna move very much. It's just yeah. And over this point, going to rotate and we're gonna shift it just a little bit. I really should have set the rotation point correctly the first time. This is so much easier. Wow. Okay. Then over here it can move up a little bit. Something about the big one is still throwing me off a little, so I'm gonna go and it's gonna I like its up position more than the down one, so we're gonna and then we're gonna let the small one go up now. Okay, this is good. This is good. I'm very happy with how this is. And over here, we're gonna push it up just a little bit more. Then we're gonna rotate in, up, a bit more, little bit. Okay, okay, that's a nice. That's in, down, down, up, and in a little bit more. Not a small one, not a small one. Small one rotates outwards. Okay, if you guys were wondering, this is genuinely the design, like the graphic design, anything design process for me, where I agonize over 3 pixels and 5 degrees. And to me, it makes a world of a difference. And like, then I zoom out and no one can tell the difference. And I can't see it like after like a couple days away from it. But it's fine. Big stretch. Okay, I'm gonna redeem for this for you guys in chat. If you guys can hear, it's a great time to hydrate and a great time to check your posture. I'm gonna export this. God blast. Thank you for the God blasts. I hope it saves correctly. Let me lower the timeline so we can watch this. So I really hope that it saves without the white border. That's the basically safe zone that CSP set. But I designed it to be 800 pixels, so if we can trim it to exactly 800, it should be fine. This is just in case like someone is like animating something with action and all that, and they need things to go out of the frame in case. Let me export GIF, please. There we go. Animated GIF 500. Oh, okay. It will crop it for me. Yes. Check something. Right. Let me just check. I will have to export it on 11 frames and 12 frames and just double check that. Double check that. I will be able to tell this. Most people will not. I'm a little bit insane. I am going mad. I was trained to go insane studying graphic design anyway. I'm gonna export it in 11 frames and 12 frames and see whether or not the gap between the two cycles is noticeable, basically. I'll look at it on my end. Because during in CSP and when it's exported it will be different, so I hope it didn't exceed the just file size actually. Let me just check. If it did exceed, I will re-export it a little bit smaller. Probably around 400 pixels. Okay, this is the first one I'm watching. There is a noticeable difference. Yes, 12 frames is correct. 11 frames looks better within Clip Studio. Exported 12 frames is still fine. I'll have to trust the machine on this one. What was I gonna do? Right, double check Twitch's emote style. Uh, animated emote. Maximum size 1 MB. We are good. This is 100 kilobytes. Very lovely. Within target. Very happy with this. I think we made good work. I will upload it off stream because it will take its time to upload anyway. But thank you all for joining me. I'm gonna go find a raid target. Let's see. Ika is live. I haven't rated Ika before. Kokone is live. Rate Kokone a lot. It's always comfy. Sorry about that. Wait, oh my god, my mic's like fucked up. Okay. My mic arm is not cooperating with me today. I should have muted before it did that. It's okay. Let me see. Truffle Shuffle was rejected. I guess okay. I feel like I keep reading into Letty and Kokone every time I'm tired, and I feel like I should read out to someone new from time to time, but I'm not in a good headspace to like network, so it's okay. It's okay. I wanna chill, post stream, and listen to some lo-fi Pops beats to study relax to, so we're gonna go say hi to Kokone. happy about this. Happy with the emote. Happy with stream. Happy with my progress today. Happy that a good friend is live, so we can chill. But yes, here are the raid messages. Um, First one is for sorry. First one is for followers. Second one is for subscribers. Get that raid message copied. I want to look at this one more time. Thank you for joining me while I figured out how animating in Clip Studio Paint with keyframes works. It was a bit agonizing, I feel, for people to watch. So thank you for all of you who stayed with me. Lovely having company. Wow, okay, sad song to end on, sad song to end on. Let me find something else. I love it very much, but not right now. We can do Cosmic Love. Yes. Yes, we are gonna go and find Kokone. Luke was already in there. That's so funny. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I had a great time. Let's get into that rage. Justice for Truffle Shuffle indeed. Thank you all for joining me. We are going into the raid real soon. Bye. I thanks for stream. Thanks for joining me. Thanks, Okina. I hope you had some good work done. Did Kokori just get raided? Oh my god, I think that's really funny. Double raid. Let's go. Thank you.